Okay, I'm doing a custom commission right now. For a couple, I believe. Well, I don't want to say improperly, but I know they're in Europe. They sent me a wedding photo. Good looking couple. I'm doing this on loose canvas. So that it can ship worldwide. Yeah, I like working on loose canvas. Also gives the frame and mat as they choose. One unique thing about this commission is they did send some color swatches, or not color swatches, but color samples, or a piece of art. How about I just back up? They sent a piece of art in which I believe they had in their house, maybe, with colors. And so I wound up going through and mixing custom colors for all of custom orange, custom green, custom red. And the funny thing is I had accidentally mixed the red too dark. I felt it was too dark, but it worked great for this. So the big thing that I do a lot of is names. And that's especially on canvas. Paper's not a big deal. It's pretty easy to start over on paper. But on canvas, I don't want to mess up. I can start over again, of course. A little advice in life. You can always start over. So I'm going to write the name Constantine. Double check it. Constantine and Regina. I'm going to write it up here on this template. This is not a one-off template, so it's always going to be there. But I haven't done any of these customs like this in a while. So another thing I need to remember that if they choose to stretch this, I really have a cutoff. So I need to be careful about how but since when is being careful any fun? Let's just go for it. So I'm pretty sure I know how I want to work this. We'll start with Regina. I would say in a lot, or maybe all of the work I do, I love to just start with something and then build. So we're going to start with the R, and then we're going to just make everything else fit. Make everything else work. Make everything else be balanced. I don't want to overthink it, but I do like to make connections. And we're going to have lots of color surrounding this, so I'm not too worried about Regina's name having a lot of color. I don't tend to do a lot of color in the main body of artwork, but accent colors. Put a little dot down here for Regina. However, I do want to make sure I spell. I usually tend to draw too high on the board, which that's why I paint on really big sheets of canvas so I can move around. Okay. I have this. Oh, and I remember I got about a. I need to give them some room. They decide to get this. They decide to get this. Well, I'll figure that out in the trimming part. But they decide to get this matted, or not matted. Matted's easy. They decide to stretch it. Then they're gonna want to have room to do that. I might trim it a little bit bigger, give them a little bit of leeway. KO. N. S. I love the way the ink looks on canvas. A. We'll go one more thin. Constant. Spelled the wrong letter wrong or something, you know. Spell the whole word wrong, you know what I mean? Okay. Constantine. Let's make a connection here on. There we go. Yes. Okay, so now this is where it's going to start getting a lot of fun. Hopefully fun. And this is where I will go in and start filling in the whole outside of it. Let's see here. Don't rush it. Don't rush it. Yeah, these look the same as the ones I do on paper, but it just seems like such a different beast. Yeah, I kind of do want to anchor. The heart just seems like it's. So they have a list of a million things they like. Not a million, a few things. So I just start. I know Regina likes soccer. So I have my version of a football, as they say in Europe. And flute. These 5mm tips are way. Let's see. And I just start picking off things that I like. This is, let me spell Munich right. heavens. Okay. Whew. I always think I do not want to start over because I spelled. Key is to just go slow on these little icons, at least for me. And even I think, oh man, things are just floating around. Things are out of control. But they'll start coming together. They'll start coming together. Things heavy on this side, but that's okay. I'm trying to do skis. And down. Aha, beer. I bet that goes a little bit further over on. I'll add beer here in a second. I do want to. I'm going to tie in the skiing scene with the Austria and Italy scene. So Austria, when I checking out Austria. There's one main image, and I just keep everything kind of, I don't want to say too vague, but icon based, not realistic, obviously. And we don't want a typo. Cause a start over. Austria and Italy. So I want to tie these two together because they like to travel mostly, they said, to Austria and Italy. There we go. Oh, I like that. That works for me. Even already, things are starting to fill in. It's funny how much it's harder it is to work on this side than down here. I don't know. Maybe it's because I think I'm always blocking the camera or something. But I had this designed for an Aperol spritz. I don't know if that's pronouncing that right. Piece of fruit. Some ice. Once again, this red's awesome. It's kind of pushing me to go over things twice. Which I'm not crazy about, but if it serves the piece, I really should. And I've done enough of these to know that they're worth doing right. Okay, let's go over this. This whole thing won't be this color, so we probably won't have to outline everything. And I'm sorry I'm blocking the camera, but yeah. Great thing about filming this forces me to get this done in one shot and not take all week. I'm gonna go on vacation next week, so, and this needs to go to Europe, and I'm not going to vacation in Europe, so you can do the math and realize. There we go. Oh, that's looking good. Austria, Italy, Munich. Let's do the beer stein here. Yeah, I've never been to Germany, but I just imagine. There we go. Let's see what else we have. Oh, yes, teamwork. I like the symbolism of teamwork, because I do these hands red into this pen without too much of a mess. If I can, I may not have to double up all the time. Oh, severely underrated. Someone said severely underrated. Thank you. Which I get it. This is a risk to do this kind of a ink swap on. I'm a little crazy to do this. It's probably a terrible idea. Let's see if I can do it. Oh, that feels good. You can really feel how much ink is there. A little tip: wear lousy clothes so that you can get ink all over them. Doesn't matter. Use it as a shop rag. Okay. Oh yeah, I feel like that's got a little bit more flow to it. Back to our hands. Teamwork. I'm gonna put the word team in there. I don't know what I was thinking about this, but every apartment. Oh, I'm liking that. Whew. It's summertime here in San. And dogs on there. What else do we have? Floats. Okay. So now, doesn't look like it, but everything will start coming together when we get the magic circle square things. Couple of those in there. Okay, I want to switch over and do some of these words in. So they have words like friends, family, honesty, so I don't get too sideways. The beauty is I don't even know where any of this is going usually. You know, you get there. You get there. You spell friends, I before E. Friends. Let's do family. Let's go family right here. I've done a couple of these multicolor ones. And I'm not gonna lie, when you start them, it's pretty scary. It's looking like a train wreck, but don't worry, it'll come together. Friends, family, honesty. Honesty. Okay, I think I need to take this off. I kind of have an idea of where the border is. I think it's to the point where it's inhibiting me now. Friends, wedding, dogs, Munich, team, respect, respect. Let's get respect in there. Go. Jump around. What do I do with the red? There it is.